Hey, welcome to Parker's Swamp. Today I want to talk about my alligator snapping turtle, Brutus. Now, Brutus looks a little bit like, well, here he is, and he looks a little bit like Jerry Springer. I mean, look at that resemblance. Okay, I'll show you again. Now I'll show you Jerry Springer. Here's Jerry Springer again. That looks like Jerry Springer. Okay, but anyways, he's an alligator snapping turtle. And alligator snapping turtles are cool because they sit on the bottom of rivers and they open their mouth and they show their little worm tongue, their little vermiform. And so here's Brutus just wiggling that thing, luring some guppies in, and then here's a clip of him actually getting one. And then here's him as a baby, also getting one. So he's good at it. He's really good at it. But sometimes he tries to lure me in, as you can see here. He's trying to get me to like go after his tongue lure. Like, dude, I feed you, man. Back off. Don't try and suck me into your mouth here. But something I wanted to share about, which I think is pretty cool, which I haven't seen before, is guppy fry or guppy babies eating microorganisms and algae and fish flakes off of Brutus's shell, which is super cool, like circle of life type stuff going on. So Brutus, I put the guppies in the tank for Brutus to eat, but he doesn't always get them. He always eats platies. Platies go for his tongue really, really easily, but he doesn't always get all the guppies. And so they breed and they are live bearers. So they bear their offspring live in the tank. There's these little tiny guppies, and they're way too small for Brutus to even know about. He opens his mouth and his vermiform tongue lure. Sometimes they'll go after it, and it doesn't even get him to close. Have seen him kind of jump, but he realizes it's too small. If turtles can realize anything, that's kind of a philosophical debate. But so here you see, check out this clip. Here you see Brutus. This is his shell, and it's kind of fuzzy, and it's got some algae growing on it. But as you can see, there's all these little guppy fry going around picking stuff off of his shell, which is so crazy because they're eating this. It's sustenance for them. And then they're going to get big enough to go after his tongue lure and, give a big enough reaction. So he's going to snap his mouth on them. So it's like he's feeding them, and then they're going to feed him. And you can see there's some snails in that clip as well. So he's got snails that he's feeding. He's feeding little guppy fry. Here's another clip, a zoomed in picture. Here you can see that guppy is just hunting stuff down, picking it off. All sorts of little critters on there, and little, I don't know, plankton, whatever, algae, micronutrients. And so I thought that was so cool to share with you guys that, yeah, it's a circle of life going on in my turtle tank here. And then as you can see in this last clip, like even the big ones go after it. So that's them being raised up. Like they have been eating off his shell for months. And so some people who own alligator snapping turtles have this weird thing about brushing their shell. They want their turtle to look all immaculate. Well, in the wild, they look like this. They have like a whole biosphere thing going on with their shells. And so I like to do the same thing. It's not just silt. It's not just like waste or anything like that. The lights grow stuff on his shell, and it's all like, it's all rough. Yeah, he's got all sorts of different grooves in there, which collect things on purpose. Like he has a little environment growing on his back. And I just thought that was so cool. Even in his captive environment here, that whole process is going down. So I think it's super sweet that these fish are like living their best life on his shell until they're a little bit too big and he takes notice of them. So I hope you guys think that's cool. If you like this video, subscribe, like it, share it, leave me a comment. I see those. I comment back, questions, all that good stuff. If you have suggestions for future videos you want to see of the African bullfrogs, snapping turtles, common alligator, Florida snapping turtles, how I breed fish in my tank, all these things are coming down the pipe. But let me know what you want to see, and please go ahead and like and subscribe for more good content here from Parker's Swamp. You can also check out Parker's Pensies, which is my podcast on philosophy, theology, nature, and life. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and till next time, peace.